You know, people have people. I am those people.
You are the people's people.
I am those people. ये तो मेरा है, मैं तो ऐसी हूँ. अरे ऐसा थोड़ा ही होता है यार. शीला की जवानी in my bathroom.
That is sexy for you. It's such an empowering song.
That is a vivid image to those watching.
The cheesiest thing that you have done for your partner.
I traveled about 12 hours to gift someone a happy birthday, like a small present and a card. Every time something good happened in the conversation, in the talking stage, any memory that made the day really good, I wrote the date down and I wrote that moment.
So sorted, clear. You will not find that in this generation.
That's why I'm singing. Oh my god, finish.
Vibes.
The remix that had come out last year with Manoj sir.
A trend in the industry you hate and sort of tolerate it. Not you.
Name some. Excessive PR, faking who you really are.
Oh, that rhymed also.
Not sticking to principle.
It's getting...
Changing your favorite color in every room that you go into. No, I don't know which one you're talking about. It took my mom away from me as a child. So I was never fond of fame and acting for that matter when I was growing up.
Hi guys, welcome to iDiva Talking Stage. I'm your host Ekanchi, and today the guest that we have with us is one has played the most green flag character of all time. He has a great debut film which is called Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota. And yes, you're right, Abhimanyu today.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here. How are you?
Super. How are you?
Just chilling.
Moment hai bhai, moment hai.
Welcome to Talking Stage. Our show is called Talking Stage. Do you know what it means?
When you start talking to someone.
Yeah, good. It's a Gen Z term where you're like, you don't know where this is going, but it's a talking stage.
Okay.
And you don't know if it'll develop into something else. That was the pun that we went ahead with for the name. But I'm going to quickly throw some Gen Z words at you and we'll see if you know what they mean. The first one is love bombing.
I guess too much attention and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, like it's like too much too soon.
Correct, too much too soon,
Yeah.
right? Spending too much time, being all over the phone, too many messages, yeah.
Are you the love bomber or are you the love bomby? I don't know if that's a word, but...
I try to stay away from both of them. Yeah, you got to balance it, balance it. We're not teenagers anymore.
True, that's true. The next one is mother is mothering.
Someone who's constantly nagging you, telling you things for your betterment.
No, it's a compliment.
I guess taking care of you.
No.
No, then?
It's like, you know how sometimes people ship a couple, maybe like a star couple or a fictional couple, and they're like, oh, they are my parents. So that's how it came. Just like, for example, if somebody loves Taylor Swift, they're like, Taylor Swift is my mother, even though she's not biologically your mother, but it's like she's my mother. So when she's slaying, so it's like your mother is slaying, and that's how we come to mother is mothering.
कुछ समझ नहीं आया लेकिन अच्छा लगा.
ठीक है, I guess.
ऊपर से. The next one is delulu.
Delusional.
Yes. Have you been delulu?
Delusional about something?
About someone?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what a situationship means?
I guess when you don't really commit to one another and just...
So being in a delusionship is better or a situationship is better?
A situationship, of course.
But delusionship is bringing you infinite happiness with nothing.
एक तरफा प्यार की ताकत ही कुछ और होती है और रिश्तों की तरह दो लोगों में नहीं पड़ती सिर्फ मेरा हक है इस पे
Till it breaks you.
ਹੱਸਦੇ ਚਿਹਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਕਲੀਫਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸਹੀ but situationship also you go back home with so much confusion. At least a delusionship you know that it's you are the problem.
I mean, in a situationship, you have part clarity. In delusionship, you don't have any clarity, and I would like to be clear about things. So yeah, for me, clarity is definitely something that is required.
Okay. The next one is bench warming or benching.
Now, benching in our terms means we do the bench press. And bench warming, I guess, would be waiting for a relation to break, being like a confidant, shoulder to cry on, and then... Am I?
No.
No, okay. That's what I thought it could mean.
So in context of relationships, it means that somebody is benching you, which means that they are not committing to you and you're just there. And you don't
Tagging
even
you
know.
along.
Yeah. They are
okay.
benching you and waiting for better options.
Ah.
So they are talking to you and giving you a little bit of attention when it's required. But they're not really committing also. It's not even a situationship. It's literally just...
Let's see.
But I think that's a very Gen Z thing to do. Or is it for you also?
It's definitely not for me.
Like your generation is what I meant, not for you.
No. Inherent fear to commit or wait for something better to come, but grass always greener on the other side.
Yeah, isn't that a bad thing though, to have too many options?
You gotta balance it. You gotta know when you're supposed to, in what part of your life you're supposed to be on your toes, where you can jump fences, flexible in that manner. But if you have your principles in the right place, then clarity and going towards one target helps.
Such a green flag boy in real life also. Like so clear, clarity, balance, just not confused. Love it.
लगता आपके प्यार में गिर गई भाई.
Next one is pie hunting.
Pie hunting, I'll pass.
Okay, so pie hunting is actually it comes from a British slang, which is pied, which means being dumped. So if somebody says I got dumped, they could say I got pied today, or I'm pied today, which means that they got dumped.
Okay.
But people who have a bad dating life, because their expectation is so low from people and they are okay in the bare minimum also.
Okay.
So they are basically pies here, and people who hunt for pies, so they have to put less effort, is pie hunting.
कौन है ये लोग? कहाँ से आते हैं?
I hate this generation.
Wow. इतने options हमारे पास थे ही नहीं.
I mean, my generation does have these many options, but I don't think I want them.
It's your choice.
But
what?
But everybody,
FOMO.
no, because everybody else is like that, so you can't
Why?
not do it.
Why?
Matlab, what do you do then? Just stay at home and talk to nobody? That's lonely. Then.
No, you make yourself the garden so that butterflies come to you instead of chasing butterflies. You become your ideal self, you work towards your targets, making yourself emotionally, financially, mentally, physically stable in a better space.
Not bad, not bad. Now you.
अपने काम पे फोकस करो, अपने आप को कैपेबल बनाओ, जितना चाहिए उससे ज्यादा आएगा आपके पास. मेरी सबसे घटिया, सबसे वाहियात वीडियो कौन सी है बताओ?
Rather than
Chasing. So true, yeah. I just hate when people make so much sense and it makes me think about my decisions. But because we are on this topic, how would you define love for you?
I mean, physically? Well, I don't know. Cuddles, I guess.
People like you who
People
are talking so much sense, and who said what brings you comfort? Cuddles, instead of some random answer which makes you look cool. Like I'm complimenting you. I'm trying to compliment you.
Thank you. I wasn't understanding where you're going with that. Yeah, I guess, and just knowing that someone has your back.
Yeah.
You need that once in a while, just a reminder.
Yeah.
Every now and then, and it doesn't have to be in a specific way. Giving you a little bhav when you need it. Things are simple. Things are simple.
The next one is roaching.
What?
Roaching.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what is this? I have no clue what roaching would mean.
Like the words come from the cockroach, not the meaning.
You shoo them away? People
Yeah.
like? Is that correct? Oh my god.
It's like they're mandrawing and you're like, why is he roaching around me?
I didn't know there's
Stop
a
it.
term for that. It happens so often with people. Or what? They have to make a term for it. Wow.
Hasn't happened with me that often that I have to come up with a term, but
Just keep yourself clean and there won't be roaches around you.
good dating advice. You love football.
Football is my second love in life, I guess.
The first one is
Food.
I thought acting. You'd say acting.
That came later, very late in life.
For whatever, when you're craving something, what's a cheat meal?
Soul food would be nice dal khichdi made by my grandmom. Amazing. Biryani is an all-time favorite. Yeah, a cheat meal would be maybe some pancakes or ice cream.
And how do you deal when trolls affect you on a bad day? Are you the person who kind of checks comments and like, oh, what are they saying about me on my picture or on my movie or on my performance?
That's not how I check comments, but if I post something and there are comments, I try and reply to some of them as well. If it makes sense, you take criticism in a good way, but most of the trolls are just for attention.
So
should not matter, idly. Sometimes you get upset when as long as they say things to me, I'm fine. But when they take it to another level, then it's not nice.
And what do you do then?
Delete the comment. Delete and block, simple, like it's in your hands.
That's what she said.
We will quickly move to a segment which is called Pinky Promise. And where you have to pinky promise me that you won't lie.
Easy.
And
Huh.
if you don't want to answer a certain question, then you have to take an aloe vera shot, which is disgusting.
Okay.
But if you answer, I'll have to take a shot. The first one is an overrated actor in recent times in Bollywood.
Overrated actor. I'll tell you off screen.
Okay, which means you're having a shot. I'm serious, I'll ask you. Off screen. A contemporary's role that you think you could have done better.
So when I watched Two States, that was a film I thought really do something with.
A film that didn't need the promotions it did.
If I don't enjoy the trailer, I don't watch the movie.
Overrated trailer that you didn't like.
I need to put this in, Thugs of Hindustan. The infrastructure that you have, it comes with a responsibility, and I don't think that responsibility was justified.
Which brings me to my aloe vera shot, which I'm not looking forward to. To good skin, I guess.
Don't get me in trouble with these questions. Career शुरू होने के पहले ही खत्म हो गया.
See, it's like either way I'm winning. Either you're taking a shot or I'm getting gauze. Tea spill हो रही है या aloe vera juice.
I mean, my answer till now hasn't been.
Yeah, nothing. A co-star you wouldn't want to work with again.
That's a tough question to answer. How do you work? That doesn't come out nicely. It's dirty.
It is, and it's pulpy also. And
Yeah, this one's pulpy.
a role that you wish you had passed on.
None. At the time, I thought my decision was made with the correct information that I had, and strategically it made sense.
Okay. The next one is a trend in the industry you hate and sort of tolerate it. Not you.
Name some. Excessive PR, faking who you really are.
That
No.
rhymed also.
No?
Also
Not
the-
sticking to principles.
It's getting-
Changing your favorite color in every room that you go into. No. What you do? I don't know which one you're talking about.
Also I didn't know you were here to Paps.
I mean, sometimes people really don't know because you go to a restaurant and someone else has also come to the restaurant and has called them. So,
Yeah.
benefit of doubt.
Okay. We haven't had a lot of shots, but I think you had two and I had one.
Yeah.
So I win,
Okay.
but you win great skin.
I get great skin.
So it works both ways.
There you go.
How is it growing up knowing that your mom is a legend and like, you know?
To be honest, now I look back and say it was amazing. Every time I would go out, step out with my mom, there wouldn't be no cameras at that time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people would just flock to meet her, talk to her, get her autograph. And every time I would go out with her publicly, it would be not nice for a child to be,
Yeah.
you know. So I didn't like the fact that my mom was famous and was who she was. And I couldn't spend a lot of time with her because she used to go on, you know, shows and shoots and stuff like that. So I wasn't very fond of it, and I kept away from it for most of my life. Like, no one knew about me even existing till Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota smashed it in Toronto Film Festival.
Yeah.
So before that, no one even knew that I existed. So it took my mom away from me as a child. So I was never fond of fame and acting, for that matter, when I was growing up.
And how did that switch happen? Okay,
And there
now-
were ridiculous expectations of me in school also. I was this, but like sometimes people would treat you with like expectations. I'm like, I'm just not a normal kid.
Normal kid,
But having said all that, when I was in the 7th grade, my Hindi teacher, Mrs. Kalpana Shrimali, may she rest in peace, she picked me up from my last bench and she was like, okay, you need to take part in dramatics. I was like, I have nothing to do with dramatics. And she's like, no, your mom's an actor, so you can act. I was like, that does not make sense, okay? I have nothing to do with it. And she said that अब आप अगर dramatics team में हो तो आप class bunk कर सकते हो. तो मैं dramatics team में घुस गया. But that's where I think the seed of acting was put into my mind.
But have there been times where you felt like being a nepo kid, for that matter, for a lack of a
One second.
better word?
This you know, there are better words. Please use better words. Star kid is still fine.
Star kid. Okay.
Because that word has nothing to do. It has just been made famous.
Yeah.
People don't read the dictionary. They don't know the real meaning of the word, and they use it as a blanket statement.
Yeah.
Right? It's everyone who has specs is not a scholar, right?
Yes.
So you can't just put every person who's a star kid under nepotism, because nepotism is favoritism on steroids.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of words.
Yeah.
Favoritism happens everywhere, and sometimes it does not happen. So I've never had that on my side, and still I get put under this carpet of negativity, which I shouldn't.
Yeah, nobody should also, I think.
I don't know if other people should. I can't speak about them. I shouldn't.
You
I've not
shouldn't.
got those opportunities. I've got, I guess, the worst of both worlds because I've not had that infrastructure behind me, and I've got the expectations. I'm being honest here, right?
That's sad.
I don't even think it's sad. It's just part of life.
Yeah.
It is what it was the cards that I was given, and I'm playing with those cards. It's just, I can't complain about these things.
But have there been times when you felt like being a star kid was definitely not a blessing?
Absolutely. Every time that I enter a room where people have known who background I come from or what legacy I come from, there's a certain expectation that is there. And fortunately, when I was working on my first film, only when I was signing the contract did the EP jump into the room and she's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I was like, "Why didn't I tell you what?" She's like, "That you're Bhageshri's son." I said, "This is why I did not tell you." So that baggage is definitely, but it is what it is. It comes with it. There are a lot of great things that also come with that, and I'm grateful to be in the position that I am, and my mom's done incredible things. And no matter how much I work in my life, I think I'll only maybe be able to scratch the surface of everything that she's achieved. So I'm really proud of that.
I get what you're saying because it does add so much pressure on you for no, like you
No,
are
matlab-
still going to act in your first film and you are going to learn and make mistakes and have a bad performance and then give a great performance.
No, but
and
if
then
someone
learn.
else signs their first film, it's a huge deal. But when I signed it, people said, first film. I was like, what? Dude, it's huge.
Huge.
I've
like,
been on this industry since I was, 18 years old, and I signed my first film when I was 26. There were years of prep. Even though the excitement is a little, unless you achieve 10 times of what is expected of you.
You played such a green flag in Meenakshi Sundareshwar, and I find that film so wholesome, comforting.
But
I
big
love it.
props to Vivek for writing it and making sure we did what we did, and the whole team obviously.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be praised for this.
How would you describe yourself as a boyfriend? How is Abhimanyu like in a romantic relationship?
I mean, you gotta experience it to know it.
Not everybody who wants to know can get to experience it. So.
I'm learning. I'm trying to get better with it, trying to understand myself, put me in a position that I know what I bring to the table, and just be my authentic self. Be honest, be trying to communicate more.
Are you one of those people who don't tell when something's wrong and you're just like, are you that? Or are you?
The thing is that in my life there have been, and there are a lot of people that depend on me, that look up to me, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's people that I'm working with. People have people.
Yeah.
I
But
am
you're
those
the
people.
people's people.
I am those
get
people.
It.
So
I get it. I completely understand.
and that's fine. It's a responsibility, it's an accountability that you get when you become a man from a boy. You got to take care of the people around you, and I think that's one of the most important things of being a man, is sucking it up and making sure that the people around you are happy and are looked after.
Coming to your red flags.
My red flags. Number one, I'm an artist, I'm an actor. That's a red flag.
How's that a red flag? What?
The kind of life that we live requires a lot of flexibility, understanding.
Yeah.
We have a lot of uncertainty in our life, extremely uncertain compared or relative to any other profession, which also keeps us on our toes. A lot of traveling, insane hours of work. Sometimes we don't have work for 6 months. We're all in your face, and then 6 months we disappear. So I think that's definitely. What else? Communication
You
is something
don't
that.
have patience, or you're too patient? Because
No,
both of
I'm-
them could be red flags.
No, I don't have patience. Communication, I'm working on my communication. What else is my red flag? There's so many. I'm trying to narrow it down. It's tough to deal with my list of priorities.
What is your list of priorities?
Food, football, films, friends, flights.
So where would you put? See, now if you say friends, family also, then films, food, football, and then if you wouldn't.
No, there's a balance. If I miss football for you, if I miss a workout for you, then wow.
So people should be understanding. Yeah, and I feel like people don't understand that you are supposed to love them in their love language and not yours.
That's where communication comes,
Yeah.
right? I might be wrong, but what I see in this new generation or not just new generation, new society that's building up is everyone is being too selfish of this is how I am, this is how I should be treated, it's not about I. Everyone is living like an island. Humans are social creatures. You're not supposed to live like an island. You're supposed to have collaborative experiences. So it's not like this is my life and now you adjust to me. It's not that. It's cooperative, collaborative. You sit down, you have a communication, you come to an understanding that this is, what is.
Yeah, I think everybody's too much, too.
ये तो मेरा है, मैं तो ऐसी हूँ.
Yeah, I think
अभी
that's
ले
very.
अरे ऐसा थोड़ा ही होता है यार.
That's very toxic also, this behavior that मैं take it as I am or leave it to
That's
me
because
as I
of
go thing.
also because of the options available.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Sucks to be in this generation. We'll quickly move to the rapid fire now.
Yeah.
If you had to steal something from the following co-stars of yours, what would you steal and why? Sanya Malhotra.
The way she dances. A shout out that you should do a dance film. I think you're fantastic. There are very few dancers in the industry that are as good as you. So directors, writers,
Yes.
जो dance movie बना रहा है सानिया को cast करो और side में मुझे भी ले लेना.
Hit them up.
We look good together.
Yeah, they do. The next one, Shilpa Shetty.
Dude, she's ageless, man. Been in the industry for so many years and is still relevant. I guess that enthusiasm.
True. Also showing up every day for so many years. It takes a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Okay, the next one, Radhika Madan.
Radhika Madan. Dude, she's got an incredible house in Delhi with a huge swimming pool and stuff like that. And auntie cooks really well. So last time I had parathas when I was there at her.
Okay. Last one, Shirley.
Singing. I think singing is one of the most godly talents that humans have. Wish I could sing, which I can't. Anyone who sings I think that's an amazing talent.
But do you like to sing but you can't? Like you would want to jam in your bathroom and all of that, but you're not a great singer.
Yeah, I would love to. Suck at it. You just gotta be aware of yourself and accept it. That's not one thing that's written for me in my destiny.
But what is your 2 a.m. song? To feel like yourself again, like that pick me
Myself
up
again.
song.
Eminem, Lose Yourself. Couple of songs by 50 Cent. Stuff like
But
that.
like
Just-
what one Hindi song and what is 50 cents? Yeah, just desi stuff also. No?
Okay.
Like I start listening to Ahu Ahu or Sheila Ki Jawani when I'm down and it's just like.
छोटी बच्ची हो क्या?
What gets you?
When you go into Hindi songs, then I want to listen to Aadat. All of Imran Hashmi's songs, man. हर रिक्शा में जोर का बजता था.
Yes.
Himesh's songs.
I couldn't pronounce his name right as a child and I used to say Himesh Ramashia. And now I can pronounce.
Good.
And it also that I hardly listen to anything other than Hindi music because
But Hindi pop or Hindi films?
anything Hindi.
Okay.
That hits different.
Remember Euphoria or were you too young?
I am a 2000 born
Okay.
child.
छोटी बच्ची हो.
You gotta listen to some of Euphoria song. Shout out Dr. Palash Sen.
And you should listen to Sheila Ki Jawani today in your bathroom.
Sheila Ki Jawani in my bathroom.
I'm too sexy for you. It's such an empowering song.
That is a vivid image to those watching.
Okay. The cheesiest thing that you have done for your partner.
I've done quite a few cheesy things actually.
Love cheese.
I mean, I traveled about 12 hours to gift someone a happy birthday, like a small present and a card when I didn't know which hotel they were staying in. This is the time when there were no phones. I did IB and our books at that point were very expensive. So I went to the bookstore and you can give second-hand books for a certain amount.
Yeah.
And I got the cash from there. I traveled 12 hours by a couple of local buses to reach a town. It was Kolhapur. And I didn't know which hotel they were staying in because the name that I had there were 6 hotels with the same name because it was a common hotel name. So I went to the biggest and was outside at the Junka Bakar and eating missal. And then I recognized someone walking into the hotel who I knew. So that's when I knew that was the hotel. Went and gave the gift and the card, and the question I was asked was, "Are you really sorry?" I was like,
That's not the ending I was hoping for because it was going so well.
Yeah, but yeah, then I got into another bus at night and I came back. That was one. The other thing was I wrote notes. Every time something good happened in the conversation, in the talking stage, anything that was exciting, anything that had butterflies in my stomach, any thought that I had, any memory that made the day really good, I wrote the date down and I wrote that moment. After about 2-3 months, I put them in a jar, and every color post-it had a different, like if it was something that you wanted to remember in terms of like an experience, then you would go all to the green ones, or the things that happened. If you wanted to just hear a compliment about something that I thought, then it was all the red ones, and then everything had a theme, like. So
I'm just going to tell you that you're ruining my life by setting my expectations high again. The time I try to bring them down and put them to a bare minimum, pehle to movies also just drive me crazy because they're like, oh no, and everybody's like, oh, but they're films. And now I've met a real person who's done this, real things.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still single right now. That means it didn't end up correctly.
True, but that's not the takeaway from this. The takeaway is you should do all of these cute things.
If the other person has to inspire you,
Yeah.
for you, it has to come naturally. Like you want to do something for the other person, and I think that's what a relationship should be, where you're both inspiring the other person just to become a better version of themselves, not to change them.
So sorted, clear. You will not find that in this generation.
That's why I'm single.
Maybe, because people are confused and they don't want clarity. Maybe that's why. If there is, imagine you're at a house party and you are the DJ and the night is ending and you have to end it on a great note and there's this one last song that you can play.
Yeah.
Which one would you play? A Hindi song.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Ishq. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You can't go wrong with that. But there's so many actually you can. But I would go Sapne Mein Milti Hai.
Yeah, that
पूरा म्यूजिक बंद कर दो और फिर सडनली oh my god, finish.
Vibes.
Everyone's shoulders, ये चालू तो हो ही जाता है वो गाने पे तो.
If a Bollywood song that always makes you happy, cry.
Honestly, when Sapne Mein Milti Hai plays anywhere whatsoever, my shoulders start moving. If I'm at dinner, I will move the plate and I'll start dancing at that barat or that wedding for sure. And that's the reason I did the remix that had come out last year with Manoj sir and Dhwani Bhanushali as well. I jumped on that occasion. अगर मैं नहीं करूँगा तो कोई और कर लेगा.
A non-sexual thing you find really attractive?
Confidence. Someone who's clear. Someone who's passionate about whatever they're doing in life.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that they're doing, they're just passionate about that.
Okay. The last question. One person in Bollywood who would always pick up your call and answer wisely because you'll have to
Call them right now.
get them to pick your call.
I can't say my mom very.
Yeah.
I can't know because she won't pick up my call. Not because I can't say my mom. Because I know she won't pick up my call. Should I call Ranveer? I don't know if he's busy today.
Let's see. You're calling who?
If he picks up, I'll tell you. I've taken a very bad gamble with this one. Very bad gamble.
Okay. On to the next.
Mm.
You should do this.
Madam. Let me try this. That's my director. One ring. Yo! What's up? क्या कर रहे हो शाम को? Nothing, just sitting at home. A couple of the guys are coming over. हाँ, perfect. निकलो, हाँ आ जाओ थोड़ी देर के लिए. Okay, see you. Bye. One ring.
Made instant plans also.
One ring. See, clarity.
Clarity.
You know what you're doing, you know who you're doing it with, you know what time.
I thought you would say, I know who you're doing and who you're doing.
प्यारी समझ गई.
The takeaway, the biggest takeaway that you can from this episode is
पानी तो पीते रहना चाहिए.
पानी तो पीते
That is the biggest thing you should take.
drink water, stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated always.
This is for you.
Thank you.
And this is also for you. You won this hamper and we love to see what your thoughts are on the stuff that's inside.
Peanut butter, protein peanut butter. There's a watch as well. Heavy dose of sugar, guys. Please avoid. The bag also says something. This iDiva is Delulu. This one is definitely going to my sister. See you guys. Thank you so much for all this.
But thank you so much for being here with us. I hope
My
you had
pleasure.
fun.
I did. And thank you for enriching my skin with the aloe vera.
Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe to iDiva, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi, this is Abhimanyu, the man who feels no pain, and you're watching iDiva.